So let's talk about the elections that are due. I don't know whether there's a fixed date, but I'm now told it's either the end of this year or the beginning of next year. What are you up to? That's what I want to ask. We know you want to go back. We know you would like to become Prime Minister for a third time. We know you've been engaged in some kind of dialogue with President Musharraf or his people over quite a long period, and that you haven't ruled out some kind of power-sharing arrangement with him after the elections. So long as he's out of uniform, is my understanding of at least one of your conditions. You've also, just in the past few days, refused to join a united front, a grand alliance as it's been termed, with all the other main parties against President Musharraf. So what is your plan?
My plan is to return to Pakistan for the general elections, which must be called before or by November 15th of this year. I want to go back after the party has finished some work on the manifesto and ticket selections, and I don't know whether I will be arrested or not, but I feel that this is an opportunity for us to try and save Pakistan from a militant takeover in the next 5 to 7 years if they're given more time to spread.
But you have to have a deal before you can go back.
I don't have to have a deal.
Well, there's no point, you won't be able to stand as Prime Minister, for Prime Ministership, will you, unless, you know, there's now a law against it. That has to be repealed or set aside unless you're going to go back and launch a people's movement.
You are right that, see, there are two ways. You have negotiations and hope they work, but if they don't work, you don't give up your struggle. My party's struggle is for a federal, democratic and egalitarian Pakistan that can offer hope to the people of the country. So I'm not going to not go back just because there isn't an understanding. I may be barred, but the empowerment of the people of Pakistan is important to me.
But why go back this time and not 5 years ago?
I was going back 5 years ago. I was going back 5 years ago. We had made all the preparations, but at the last minute, General Musharraf's regime banned me from contesting. And after I was banned from contesting, they offered one of my deputies the Prime Ministership of Pakistan and said that if your party wins the elections, we will not stand in your way. So at that time, my party said, my party had a big discussion. Some thought that we should refuse it. Some thought that, well, if we can form a government, maybe we will be able to stop some of the powers being taken away from the parliament. So we gave that a chance. My party won the largest number of votes, but despite that, General Musharraf did not honor his pledge. Instead, he postponed the session of the National Assembly, our parliament, until he could make a breakaway faction of the Pakistan People's Party.